Kathy Thomas. Her irresistible short ribs were named Dish of the Year by Orange Coast Magazine, but it's her magic with vegetables that we focus on today. Brittany Valles, executive chef at Oak Grill at the Fashion Island Hotel. We'll turn sugar snap peas into a mouth-watering salad. Chef, I know you love sugar snap peas. What is it about them?
I just love their bright flavor, their crispness, the little bit of sweetness that comes with them. They're so versatile. They can be hot or cold. They complement great spring items like lamb, so you have the hearty earthiness of the lamb with the sweet brightness of the peas.
I'm hungry already. Let's get started.
Let's do it. First, we're gonna make our granola. You start with just some basic oats. Then you add some sliced slivered almonds. Then you're going to add your garlic powder. You're gonna add your onion powder. Toss your dry ingredients together so that way they're incorporated. Next, add your olive oil, maple syrup. This is what we're gonna use to bind it, keep it together. This recipe, as you know, is also a vegan kind of option for a topping.
The maple syrup must make it get real toasty.
Gives it a nice color, flavor. It balances out the garlic and onion as well, so it's not too aggressive.
And can I make this in advance?
Yes, you can definitely make it in advance. Just store it at room temperature and it'll hold for about 2 to 3 days and stay crunchy. If it gets a little soft on you, you can always throw it back in the oven a little bit. Just on an ungreased sheet pan, you have the oil in here already, so you're not gonna have to worry about it sticking. We can put it in our oven at 325.
All right, let's put it in.
Bake it approximately 15 minutes, but halfway through at about 8 minutes, you're gonna wanna mix it and rotate it because the top's gonna get most of the color and then the bottom's still gonna be a little different, so mix it all together so you get a nice even color. While that's cooking, we're gonna make our yogurt, which this can be made the night before as well. The longer it sits and marinades, the more flavor it's gonna get.
Tell me about the yogurt. It's plain.
So the yogurt is plain and Greek. I prefer the Greek plain yogurt because it's thicker than traditional yogurt, and it has more of a base flavor, so whatever you add into it, it just kind of takes on that flavor.
Good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
So next we're just gonna add a little bit of salt to season it, the juice and zest of 1 lemon. One quick little note that I like to do is whenever I zest a lemon, I move the zester as opposed to the lemon itself because you don't really want to get down to the white because that's the bitter part and you just want the bright lemony part.
And a lot of people do it in reverse.
Like this, yes. And you can't tell and you might get into the white.
Yeah, it's a good tip.
The lemon zest has more flavor than the juice inside, so that's why I like to utilize the whole lemon. Then the last step we have to do for the dish is just taking our snap peas, which we have here, one of my favorite spring items. What you do first is you're going to take the top of it with using your knife and you're gonna peel the strings back. We've done that already, but you can kind of see on here where the string was before. There's one on the front and one on the back.
Right.
So you wanna make sure to get both sides. They're from the farmer's market, they're organic, they're really nice and crunchy and bright.
And did you have a nickname once that related to these?
In my old kitchen, some people called me Sugar Pea because I like putting sugar snap peas on my menu every year.
I like them.
They're one of my favorites.
All right.
What I have here is some lemon oil. I love it because when they make the oil, they press the lemons with the olives.
Right.
A little bit of salt, toss these, make sure they get nice and coated.
They even look prettier once they have that.
They get that nice little shine.
The granola is out of the oven and cool.
Yes. You want to let it cool because as soon as it comes out, it's going to feel a little soft to you. But once you let it set and it dries, it's going to get real nice and crispy and hard. We'll start plating our dish. So first, at the base, we're going to put our lemon yogurt. You're just gonna evenly spread it on the bottom. If you wanna keep it vegan altogether, you can either A, remove this, or B, you can take some extra firm tofu and throw it in a blender, blend it up, and add the lemon, and it'll spread and work as a yogurt or an aioli substitute also for anything you'd like to use.
Great tip.
It's nice, build almost a little Lincoln log style.
Nice.
So that way you can get nice height. You could definitely make this, you know, in a little bit smaller or make it in a larger format to serve more people because it'll hold very well. Unlike lettuce, the peas aren't going to get soggy on you.
So it'd be great for a buffet table.
Exactly. And then all you're gonna do is you're just gonna take your savory granola and sprinkle it on top. And that will give texture to your dish. It adds another level of flavor.
That's absolutely beautiful, and I know it's going to be delicious. Thank you, Chef, so much.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. Acorn squash takes on irresistibility when seasoned with smoked paprika and then high heat roasted. A garnish of pepitas and Marcona almonds add flavor and irresistible crunch. Start by preheating your oven to 425 degrees, and you want your oven rack in the middle of the oven. So now we're going to make just this beautiful kind of dressing that the squash is going to get tossed in. So we want 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. And this is how I measure: 1, 2, 3, 4. A tablespoon of brown sugar, 3/4 of a teaspoon of smoked paprika, a little salt. The main thing here is to mix the sugar so that there's no big lumps. I start off by just cutting off a little slice on the bottom so that it stands up nice and straight, and then cut it in half. Take out the seeds and membranes. I'm simply going to cut it into about 1-inch wide slices. In that goes. Now a good toss. Every piece seems to have a little bit on both sides of that, but there's always a little residual left in the bowl, so I can spoon some more on as needed. This is going to go in for about 15 minutes into that preheated 425 degree oven. Okay, we've completed the first 15 minutes. Now what I'm going to do is turn everything over. A little coarse salt and a little freshly ground black pepper. Back in the oven for 10 more minutes. So it's had that additional 10 minutes and it's ready to go, nice and tender. A little bit of salt, a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. So now the crunchy bits. We have some pepitas, and these are roasted and salted. Some Marcona almonds, and Marcona almonds are those Mediterranean almonds that have such a kind of a subtle sweetness to them and a very delicate, nice aroma. So I'm just going to roughly chop these, and on they go. And I have to tell you, this is delicious. The produce aisles are filled with so many delicious choices. Try something new, have an adventure.